Hi, my name is Dr. James Crawford. I'm a 63-year-old eye doctor with 37 years of clinical experience, having successfully treated every eye condition from age-related macular degeneration to cataracts, nearsightedness to eye strains. And over the course of my career, I've personally helped more than 100,000 patients restore their vision to 20/20. But today, I'm the man the eye care industry is desperate to silence, because I've turned my back on the ruthless eyewear corporations that charge thousands of dollars for glasses that cost them pennies to make, dared to unveil the dark underbelly of the LASIK industry, exposing their horror cases that never make it to the mainstream media, and decided to share a vision loss breakthrough that's already sending shockwaves through their greedy pockets, a discovery so remarkable it could be worthy of a Nobel Prize that not only stops vision decline, but restores eyesight to 20/20 in just a few weeks. And before you form an image of a doctor boasting about his latest surgical achievement, let me stop you right there. This has nothing to do with surgery or injections. It's a 30-second awakening protocol the scientists from the University of Montreal found that triggers the growth and revival of dormant cells in the retina, known as glial cells. Cells that until now scientists believe that simply die off as we age. But their recent cutting-edge research shows how this disturbing process unfolds. They enter a dormant state, and once awakened, they can kickstart a unique process of regenerating new cells that work to repair and heal your eyes from the inside out. Restoring 20/20 crystal clear eyesight, no matter if you see floaters or dark spots, if you've been diagnosed with glaucoma or cataracts, or if you've been wearing glasses your entire life. In fact, once you use these simple steps, I'll give you inside of this short video to activate these dormant cells. You'll be stunned at how quickly your vision will heal, even if it is extremely limited like my own sight used to be. You'll find yourself smiling like you never did before, as you'll discover that vision loss is no longer the invisible enemy you thought, that you can live a life free from glasses and constant checkups, no matter your age, your lifestyle, or your medical background. Seeing everything in a newfound clarity without squinting or straining your eyes, enjoying the faces of your loved ones and the beautiful sights of this world in high definition, no matter if they are 3, 5, or 20 feet away. Leaving your ophthalmologist and everyone else in shock as they'll stare at the remarkable transformation. Who am I to make such a big promise? As I said, my name is Dr. James Crawford, a 63-year-old ophthalmologist with 37 years of clinical experience. And for the past decade, I started to question the very industry I once trusted. Stopped playing by the rules of the 150 billion eye care agents that pump millions into convincing people that the only way to reclaim their vision is through expensive, high-risk surgeries. LASIK, long-term complications like dry eyes, halos, night vision loss, and ironically blurrier vision than before, which conveniently never make it into the news, are called just exceptions. But the real statistics tell a different story. People complain about how this surgery destroyed their lives, and the big bosses never let the truth come out. And to me it feels like a betrayal to those who are suffering and seeking a genuine solution. That's why I dedicated myself to extensive research, tirelessly seeking a real treatment, and helped more than 100,654 men and women restore their vision to 20/20 without glasses, contacts, or any invasive surgery. Now, it's your turn to know the truth too, the one hidden from you by the eyewear moguls, media, and even your trusted doctor, that no matter how far gone you think your vision is, there's a simple and natural way to restore it for good. But first, I hope you won't mind if I share why this mission to restore your vision means so much to me. It all started on my 62nd birthday. My whole family was there. My son, his lovely wife, my daughter and her husband. And of course my cheering 5-year-old granddaughter Lily, a bundle of joy and happiness that I loved more than anything. That sunny afternoon she bounded into the living room and thrusted a piece of paper towards me. "Grandpa, look at this drawing I made for you. It's you and me." A knot tightened in my stomach. I held her drawing and I could feel my eyes watering, but for the wrong reasons. "Don't you like it, Grandpa?" "No, sweetheart, it's wonderful," I replied softly, stroking her little head. But the truth was I couldn't see it. I couldn't see Lily's drawing. I couldn't see her face or anyone else's in that room. This heartwarming moment had unexpectedly turned into a painful revelation. Everything that my failing vision would steal from me. Today it was Lily's drawing. Tomorrow, would I even see her hand to hold it as we strolled in our usual Sunday walks? Would I be able to play ball with her or get her on hikes in the woods as I did with her dad and aunt? Would my son and his wife let her visit, stay over the weekend at Grandpa's? Would I be able to watch her grow? The hard truth hit me like a punch in the gut. Time was ticking away, and I'd already missed so much of her childhood. At the hospital when she was born, everyone was in awe, saying how peacefully she slept or how stunning her bright eyes were. But all I could do was nod along. All I could see was those relentless dark spots everywhere. I was right there when she took her first wobbly steps, but to me, it was just a blur. I kept up a brave face, trying to convince everyone, and myself, that my sight would eventually get better, but it didn't. The day she started kindergarten, I stood there, holding her little hand, listening to her excited stories about her colorful classroom and new friends. I wished I could have seen her glowing face. I remember when she first rode her bike without training wheels. "Look, Grandpa, I did it." I could hear her victorious laughter, but all I saw was a hazy figure in the distance. Then she lost her first tooth. I could feel the tiny gap with my finger, hear her contagious giggles, but the darkness stole away her proud, toothless grin. The thought kept haunting me. What other precious moments was I going to miss in her life? How many more memories were slipping before my very eyes, all because of my fading sight? I imagined her coming home from her first day of school, full of stories about new friends, her teachers, and more drawings. In a few years, she'd be at her first school dance, all grown up and beautiful. And then graduation day. Lily walking across a stage in her cap and gown. Maybe one day she'll find someone, love her just like we do. I pictured her in a white dress walking down the aisle, but I wouldn't see any of these. The happy tears, the vows, or their first dance. Even if I lived through all these moments, I'd miss her entire life because of my failing eyes. My vision was getting worse lately, but that was nothing new to me. I've been dealing with this since I was a little kid, just 6 years old when I got my first pair of glasses. Thankfully, my job taught me enough to know better than to risk the little vision I had left by getting LASIK. So I faced the facts, just like I always told my clients to do. When Sam, an old friend and my eye doctor for years, delivered the news, I was crushed. "Advanced macular degeneration," he said. To put it plainly, I was going to be completely blind in just about 3 months. And that if I was lucky, he said. This was far from the future I had planned for my golden years. I'd been dreaming of a retirement full of adventures, not this. When my wife passed away and I was left raising our 2 kids by myself, I made a promise. I promised her and myself that I'd live out all those dreams we cooked up when we were just a couple of 20-year-olds in love. Traveling the world, seeing the Eiffel Tower, walking along the Great Wall in China, spotting wild animals on a safari in Kenya, or soaking up the sun in a remote Greek island. Once I retired, I'd finally have the time to do all those things we dreamed about. Now it seemed like those dreams were slipping away. I'd always wanted to do things in my community too, like building a small library and getting involved in charity work. I tried to wrap my head around what my future was going to look like now. I wouldn't be able to enjoy my morning bird watching or teach my grandkids how to play chess. I wouldn't even be able to see their faces change as they grow up. And what about my kids? Were they already worrying about how they were going to take care of me? I couldn't stand the thought of becoming a burden on them. I won't lie, there were moments I thought about ending it all just to escape what was coming. But the thought of what it would do to my kids, my grandkids, I couldn't do that to them. And I couldn't betray the memory of my deceased wife, who wouldn't want any of this. She always said, "We have to be brave, John. No matter what life throws at us, we need to keep going." And so I did. That night I couldn't sleep. I sat staring at the moon, wondering how many more of these nights I'd get before everything went black. The countdown had begun, a ruthless timer in my eyes, threatening to strip away life as I knew it, the life I held dear. At that moment, I was only months away from losing my vision, but also my entire career and staining my name, which I built up for almost 40 years. I decided to risk it all, and honestly, I would do it again, too. To discover the incredible truth and save my eyes, the pain, the hard work, the sleepless nights, even the mocks and dismissive looks from my colleagues whenever I talked about it. It was all worth it, because in the end, I didn't just save my vision and enjoyed every moment with my granddaughter. From park outings to ballet recitals, from playful games of hide and seek to honoring my late wife's memory and sparing my son and daughter from the burden of a blind father. But I also helped countless other folks who were in the same boat as me to get their sight back to perfect 20/20, toss their glasses aside and save a ton of money that they would have otherwise spent on doctor visits for years to come. All thanks to a scientific discovery that changed my vision and every aspect of my life that comes with it. Forget everything you think you knew about vision loss. Those days where we'd believe that damage to the eye is a life sentence are long gone. We were trapped, thinking glasses, contacts, or even surgery were the only ways to deal with failing eyesight. But that belief has been flipped on its head. This is not about anything complicated or controversial like stem cells, LASIK, or PRK. We're talking about dormant eye cells that are already within you, lying in wait. They just need to be kindled back to life. This phenomenal discovery is the brainchild of Canadian scientists, becoming the focus of study at the world-renowned Eye Cell Revitalization Institute in Montreal. When it comes to battling vision deterioration, this is truly the Holy Grail. It revitalizes your eyesight in a way you've never thought possible, in no time at all. It's like we found a switch to light up these dormant cells within our eyes, a switch I'm moments away from unfolding. Once the switch is flipped, these dormant cells spring to action. They home in the eyes, as they have always been, starting the healing and rejuvenation process right at the cellular level. But stick with me, because in this presentation you'll see concrete evidence. You'll see cutting-edge research from respected institutions like Oxford and Cambridge backing this up. All of them confirming that in 2023, losing your eyesight and surrendering to age, it's entirely your choice. Just imagine getting rid of the chilling thought of going blind, the fear that comes with your worsening vision, the anxiety and stress about your future, a future you deserve to spend in full clarity and happiness and not in a nursing home. Or the helplessness as you see your independence shattering, the embarrassment of being a burden to your whole family, having to help you with tasks that even a toddler could do. You can get rid of all this now with a vision loss breakthrough that is so simple you can do from the comfort of your own home, naturally, without any risky or invasive procedures. Used by people all across the world from ages 19 to 82 to heal their vision safely and permanently without spending a ton of money on prescriptions, injections, and constant checkups. The key behind this 30-second awakening protocol lies in its incredible effectiveness and speed. The more you use it, the faster it works to switch the dormant cells, repair years of damage, and make the eyes immune against blurriness, disease, and infections. And most importantly, restore perfect crystal clear eyesight, keeping your eyes healthy and working for years to come. Now, I want to share with you how I came across this breakthrough, walk you through all the groundbreaking science and research that supports it, and the easy steps you can start taking today to heal your eyes, restore your clear eyesight, and ultimately reclaim your life and happiness. my sight started playing tricks on me. At first it was just tiny black dots, sort of like annoying flies buzzing around. But then it got worse, much worse. Those dark little dots turned into a big black blotch right before my eyes. I remember one day I was having dinner with my son. His face was just a dark void, and no matter how much I squinted or rubbed my eyes, it didn't clear up. And as if this wasn't enough, I started noticing horizontal and vertical lines were now slightly distorted, appearing wavy, which unfortunately is very common when you're in the late stages of this disease. But what scared me even more was that now both my eyes got affected. My doctor said that macular degeneration has gotten very aggressive, and it won't be long before I lose my sight completely. He then started doing injections straight into my eyes. Scary, I know. But what choice did I have? I gritted my teeth and went through with it again and again, hoping for a miracle. Believe me, nothing is as unsettling as having a needle in your eye. But I was ready to endure it, if it meant saving my sight. I took more than 10 of those awful shots, and for a bit, they seemed to help. And just when I thought I had caught a break, my vision started getting cloudy, like looking through a fogged-up window. Turns out it was cataracts. Talk about luck. Personally, I couldn't shake the feeling it was those injections, but Sam denied it. So now, not only did I have a big black splotch in the center of my vision, but everything around was all foggy and yellowish. It was terrifying. Every little detail I used to take for granted became a challenge. Simple things became monumental tasks. Even walking through my own home became a struggle, always touching the wall for support. I couldn't read my books, watch my shows, or even do my gardening. At first I could manage if I got up close to the plants. Their bright colors helped me see them. But as my sight got worse, even that didn't work. I started pulling out flowers instead of weeds, so I had to stop. It was just too hard. Even driving to the grocery store turned into a nightmare. I found myself needing rides and help with my errands. My independence was slipping away, and I hated it. I was trapped in my own body, felt like a prisoner in my own house. And I was haunted by the image of my cherished granddaughter Lily, innocently asking, "Why can't Grandpa ever see my drawings? Why doesn't he watch me at my ballet recitals?" The thought of becoming the blind grandpa, a mere shadow in her vibrant world, was a stab to my heart. But then everything changed when I happened to listen to an interview on the radio that I had turned on to fill the silence. The interviewer was talking about a groundbreaking discovery. Reactivation of dormant eye cells is the key to restoring vision. The words seemed to echo in my ears. It turned out that the cells in the back of our eyes that help us see, called retinal glial cells, don't actually die. They just go dormant. I almost jumped from my seat. These cells are the most important cells our eyes possess. They spread all over our retina, and quite literally, they are the reason we are able to see. To give you an easier picture, imagine these cells as the world's tiniest network cables. Just like how those cables transmit data for the internet or television, these cells conduct light through your eye, all the way to your brain, making it possible for you to see clearly. It was believed that in many eye diseases like macular degeneration or glaucoma, these eye cells begin to die off, but they actually survive for way longer. But this new 2023 research in Montreal was suggesting that these surviving cells change in a way that makes them look like they've gone dormant or inactive. So we might not really become blind. Our eye cells just become dormant. This discovery filled me with a newfound hope that I hadn't felt in years. I immediately reached out to Sam. He was intrigued and promised to delve into this and gather data from his peers. 6 days later, he finally called me back. His voice was shaking a bit, and my heart was racing as I waited for him to share his findings. Sam explained that this wasn't some wild theory. It had been proven. Vision could be restored, even in the most severe cases. What was even more astonishing was that we already have options ahead of us, one of which was the stem cell injections. Now I couldn't help but wonder, why would we need a stem cell injection if we already have the cells we need? Why resort to stem cell transplants with all the inherent risks and complications when we already have these dormant cells in our eyes? They just need to be reactivated. What if the stem cells fail to fully transform into eye cells? Adult stem cells, contrary to embryonic stem cells, cannot transform into any type of cell. Their abilities are actually very limited. And then there's the other thing. That would mean losing those dormant, otherwise perfectly healthy eye cells and ending up with some replacements that might not even be that efficient. It didn't make sense to me, and Sam agreed with me. Surely there had to be a way to work with what we already have to awaken those dormant cells rather than replacing them. Modern medicine seems so eager to sell us complicated treatments that they overlook simpler, more natural solutions. And that's when our real journey began. Driven by this new spark of hope, we started to dig deeper. We used all our medical connections and resources to access all the related research. We spent countless hours reading, learning, and discussing. We were like two detectives on a mission to solve a mystery that had been overlooked by modern medicine. The more we read, the more we became convinced that we were onto something big. But there was one major problem. As we aged, the number of these glial eye cells in our eyes declines. This is why vision degeneration is so common in people over 50. It wasn't that our eyes couldn't heal themselves, but rather, they didn't have the necessary resources. We had the solution to the problem, but it seemed out of reach because of our body's natural aging process. It felt like we were running a race with a ticking clock. We knew that we had to design a solution that no one else had done before us. After 2 months of digging, we came across research that suggested certain natural compounds, some of them absolutely unique, could potentially stimulate these dormant cells, awakening them from their slumber. The theory was that if these cells could be reactivated, they could start repairing the damaged eye cells, restoring vision. So we set out on a new mission, to find a natural, cost-effective and safe way to reactivate these dormant eye cells. We believed that with the right combination of these nutrients and natural compounds, we could unlock the body's innate healing potential. We pored over countless studies, tested various combinations, and after many late nights and plenty of trial and error, we finally found a formulation that showed promising results in our preliminary tests. The feeling was beyond thrilling. It felt like we had just uncovered a hidden treasure. And by all rights, we did. We had found a natural and astonishing way to tap into the body's own healing power, a way to wake up the dormant cells, a way to restore vision without costly and risky procedures. Suddenly, it wasn't just about restoring my vision anymore. It was about offering hope to millions of people suffering from vision loss. It was about challenging the status quo of the medical industry. It was about proving that nature has its own way of healing, if only we're willing to listen. But most importantly, it was about no longer being boring and old to my granddaughter, but becoming the grandpa who could see her grow, thrive, and bloom into the person she's meant to be. It was about getting my life back. And now we're on a mission to help others get theirs back too. We didn't need a laboratory to synthesize complex compounds. All we needed were the natural elements that restore, repair, and rejuvenate our eyes. And by the grace of nature, we are gifted with certain plants, herbs, and minerals that are purpose-built to revitalize our vision, if only combined in very precise amounts. Each one of them backed by credible science from prestigious universities and leading research facilities. I like to call each of them a vision restoration miracle because that's what they truly are. Lutein. When it comes to activating the dormant retinal cells, lutein really is the #1 key player to kickstart the process. This amazing carotenoid has powerful antioxidant properties that protect and repair damaged retinal cells caused by oxidative stress and light exposure. This means that lutein not only slows down vision degenerative diseases like glaucoma and macular degeneration, but also shields active retinal cells and neurons, prolonging their life and function. An original study published in the Investigative Ophthalmology and Visual Science Journal showed that patients who supplemented with lutein over several months experienced significant improvements in macular pigment density, leading to clearer and sharper vision. Another paper published in the scientific journal Nutrients revealed that lutein directly enhances the health of the retina, filtering harmful blue light and reducing oxidative damage to retinal tissues. Even more exciting is the fact that lutein is naturally concentrated in the macula, the area of the retina responsible for sharp and central vision. It plays a vital role in maintaining overall eye hydration and protecting against age-related vision decline. Interestingly, according to Dr. Emily Chu, a leading researcher at the National Eye Institute, increasing lutein intake through diet or supplements has been shown to boost long-term retinal health, reducing the risk of vision loss as we age. Unfortunately, modern diets are often deficient in lutein-rich foods, which makes supplementation crucial for protecting and improving vision over a lifetime. Zeaxanthin. Acting as a catalyst, zeaxanthin revives the dormant eye cells, aiding in nerve health and regeneration. At a distinguished eye health research center, a dedicated team of scientists has been researching the profound influence of zeaxanthin on our vision. They found, quite astonishingly, that this potent carotenoid strengthens the macular pigment, protecting the retina from harmful blue light and oxidative stress. In layman's terms, zeaxanthin instructs the body to shield and rejuvenate the structural integrity of our eye cells. With the stage now set, we have lutein and astaxanthin. These natural constituents of the retina rejuvenate the macula, augmenting the reactivation process initiated by zeaxanthin. This process not only guards your eyes against harmful light, but also revives the eyes at a cellular level, making significant strides in your vision restoration journey. Just imagine the transformative power these ingredients can unleash on your body and eyesight in just a matter of weeks. But we're just getting started. Alpha-lipoic acid takes this process a step further. My attention was first grabbed by the astounding studies revealing the power of alpha-lipoic acid in preserving eye health. The research showed a remarkable improvement in visual acuity and reduced oxidative stress in retinal cells after consistent supplementation with this potent antioxidant. By replenishing the master antioxidant, glutathione, alpha-lipoic acid further stimulates the awakening of dormant eye cells. The consistency of this process primes your eyes for the next ingredient. Bilberry fruit extract, known for its potent antioxidant capabilities, enhances neural communication, which in turn accelerates the reactivation of dormant cells in the eyes. With these foundational steps in place, we introduce grapeseed extract into the mix. Its powerful anti-inflammatory properties create a conducive environment for the reactivated cells, reinforcing their action and facilitating continuous improvement. As we reach the halfway point, saffron stigma extract and lycopene join forces. You might have heard the stories from World War II, where British pilots swore by bilberry jam for better night vision. Science supports this folklore, as the anthocyanins found in bilberries are potent antioxidants that improve night vision, slow macular degeneration, and more. These two superfoods, rich in carotenoids and anthocyanins, serve as an effective antioxidant shield, defending your eyes against harmful oxidative stress. This potent protection acts as a stimulus, furthering the reactivation process of the dormant eye cells. Astaxanthin and ginkgo biloba are no less powerful in this formula. This pair brings a dual benefit of being a potent antioxidant and improving blood flow, particularly to the retina. This combination helps deliver vital nutrients and oxygen to the eyes, fostering an optimal environment for dormant eye cells, further enhancing the reactivation process. With the combined efforts of these ingredients, your vision is bound to see significant improvements. Just as our eyes need the light of day, so too do they need the sunshine vitamin, vitamin E. Recent research from leading eye health institutes has showcased vitamin E's potential in the reactivation of dormant eye cells. Essentially, this potent vitamin reduces inflammation and oxidative stress, the two villains of healthy eye cells, stimulating the reactivation process initiated by the earlier ingredients and fostering a clear path toward improved vision. Even more astonishing, a study published in Investigative Ophthalmology and Visual Science discovered that supplementing with vitamin E didn't just improve vision in individuals with age-related macular degeneration, but also demonstrated the ability to reactivate dormant eye cells. Finally, we have Eyebright. Its potent antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties fortify the effects of the previous ingredients. This fortification forms the last line of defense against inflammation and oxidative stress, providing a final push for dormant eye cells to reactivate. But we're not just trying to slow down vision deterioration. We want to make sure you've regained perfect vision. That's why we've included vitamins A and C, selenium, copper and chromium. Although each one of these ingredients is so potent they deserve to make headlines, they truly shine when they combine, working together in sequence to reactivate dormant eye cells, gradually restoring your vision and perfect eye health. We saw these results after every last dollar was funneled into bringing together top-notch university scientists with one crystal-clear goal: to transform this blend of ingredients into a simple but potent capsule. This wasn't a casual endeavor. It was my Hail Mary pass against the rapid decline of my eyesight. We were meticulous about the quality, purity, and bioavailability of these ingredients. Why? Because it was do-or-die time to give my dormant eye cells a fighting chance. Working tirelessly in our Colorado lab, we pushed through days and nights of trials and tweaks. Months of sweat and sacrifice eventually led us to our milestone. Each capsule held the precisely calculated doses of dormant, cell-reviving ingredients. With my heart pounding, I saw this as my last chance. The next morning, I took the first capsule of our groundbreaking formula, waiting anxiously for the results. First, 1 day passed, then 2, then 3, with no visible changes. Feeling let down, I voiced my frustration to Sam, who gave me a reality check. He told me to keep the faith, be patient, and let the process work. I knew he was right, and so I stuck to the daily routine, hoping for the best. Then one day I noticed a subtle shift. The dark spots clouding my vision didn't vanish, but they were a tad less noticeable. The world seemed a bit clearer, less fuzzy. No, it wasn't a dramatic change, but it was something. That glimmer of progress spurred me to stick with it. So that's exactly what I did. Continuing to take the dormant eye cell revival formula proved to be the best decision I ever made. What initially started as minor improvements turned out to be the tip of the iceberg. Those dark, menacing spots started fading rapidly. There was no more guessing if it was working. The proof was right in front of me. Some dark spots were even vanishing altogether. The best way I can describe it is like removing the cover from a flashlight in a dark room, with light rays breaking through the darkness. And to top it off, the fogginess that once blurred my vision was disappearing. Then, a few days later, those small rays of light that started piercing through the darkness were growing bigger. For the first time in a long time, I could look straight ahead and actually make out what was in front of me. By week 7, the dark spots vanished almost completely. My field of vision was almost completely free of any obstacle, and I began toying with the idea of going hunting again. The following months were a game changer. My vision started getting clearer and clearer. Soon I could see in so much detail. Then I started recognizing faces from a distance. I could see objects in their true forms and colors. I could drive at night again. It was certain we'd done it. We'd found a way to reverse my failing vision and entirely heal my eyes. The feeling was indescribable. Imagine the relief and excitement you'd feel going from not being able to read or drive to owning a pair of almost brand new eyes. Eyes that could capture the world in its full glory, perfect clarity, vibrant colors, and sharp as a razor's edge. It's a feeling that could bring a grown man to tears. The first time I truly saw my granddaughter Lily, with her twinkling hazel eyes full of curiosity, her bobbed honey-blonde hair bouncing as she laughed, and her tiny hands clasping a butterfly gently, I couldn't help but sob. I'd been afraid I'd never get to see her grow up. Yet there I was, looking at her dozens of wonderful drawings with crystal clear vision. This was the turning point, the ripple that turned into a wave. My family, friends, everyone who knew me, were flabbergasted by the results. Then, word spread throughout our community, with neighbors wanting to understand the magic Sam and I had stumbled upon. Eager to share the gift, we revealed our groundbreaking discovery. In the following months, it felt like our entire community was reversing the aging process. Not only were their eyes regaining the strength and clarity of their sight, but everyone seemed to look and feel more youthful and happier. The news of our method spread like wildfire, reaching people all over the country. We found ourselves flooded with calls, emails, and letters from people asking us about this vision restoration breakthrough. So we rolled up our sleeves and got to work on crafting our vision repair formula for everyone else. We were super careful in the making of it, only using the cleanest, top-notch forms of each nutrient. This was key, because while there are other vision products out there, none of them had these exact ingredients. What we achieved is a unique combination that cannot be found anywhere else. And we named it Crystal2020X. Crystal2020X is the game changer that finally offers a new solution for everyone looking to enhance their sight. Plus, because Crystal2020X activates dormant eye cells, it can rejuvenate not just your eyes, but your whole body. I wanted to be sure we were giving people the best natural vision-saving solution out there. A solution that has all 16 vision-restoring ingredients, proven in scientific studies to repair lost vision. Crystal2020X is non-GMO safe. It does not contain any antibiotics or toxins, and they are not habit or tolerance forming. Moreover, our formula is 100% vegan, cruelty-free, and sustainably sourced, ensuring that our product is not only effective, but also environmentally and ethically responsible. Each capsule of Crystal2020X is made here in the US, in a FDA-approved and GMP-certified facility under extremely sterile, strict and precise conditions. Over a dozen independent labs across 2 continents have tested this program on 3,480 people from 5 countries to make sure all ingredients can sustain high quality and purity. All of this makes Crystal2020X the most effective vision supplement out there. And the results speak for themselves. Just about everyone who gets their hands on Crystal2020X wants more. They've seen what it can do, and they don't want to go back to worrying about glasses, contacts, or the thought of losing their vision. Even folks in the health field are starting to catch on, which is great, but it does add a bit of pressure on us to keep up with the demand. The thing with Crystal2020X is it's not quick to produce. Each batch requires up to 3 months of precision and care to create. That's one of the reasons it tends to sell out faster than we'd like. On top of that, the quality of ingredients we use doesn't come cheap, which also contributes to the frequent sellouts. Even though we face these challenges, it's important for me to stress this. I don't want anyone lying awake at night, fretting over their deteriorating vision. That's why we're committed to doing what we can to make Crystal2020X accessible to as many people as possible. It may take time, but it's worth it. So, how can you secure your own bottles of Crystal2020X as part of our pioneering risk-free trial program? I will explain that in a moment. But before that, let's clear up a common question. How should you take Crystal2020X? It's pretty simple. You take 1 capsule twice a day for at least 30 days. The reason it's crucial to stick with Crystal2020X for at least a month is because even though these 16 all-natural ingredients get to work immediately, the research shows that the more you use, the more your eyes benefit. Here's something very important you should know. In order to make this formula work for you, you have to take into consideration what the severity of your vision loss is, and for how long you've been dealing with eye problems. So the potent formula can help you regain your eye's health completely. For example, studies on Bacopa Monnieri shows that consistent intake over a few weeks can lead to significant enhancements in visual processing speed for people with small to zero vision problems. But this result can only be achieved after 6 months in people with really severe eyesight issues. Meanwhile, extended use of astazine was proven in a different study to boost eye endurance and visual sharpness in the majority of subjects over the course of a year. So, it just makes sense to make Crystal2020X a daily habit, particularly when you consider how much you're shelling out for vision care these days. Let's consider the rising price of macular degeneration injections, which can be a staggering $2,000 per injection. Over a year, that can add up to a whopping $24,000. Sadly, it's not just the specialized medication, but the costs of vision-related healthcare across the board are escalating. Meanwhile, a daily dose of Crystal2020X comes down to mere cents. More on that shortly. That's why many experts recommend securing at least 3 to 6 bottles of Crystal2020X and sticking with it for at least 90 days. That way, you can rest assured knowing you're doing everything within your power to rejuvenate your eyes and regain your perfect 20/20 vision. Around the country, folks who once lived in fear of losing their sight, those who grappled daily with blurry vision, are now labeling Crystal2020X as their saving grace. Take Nick T, for instance, who wrote to us saying, "Half a year ago my sight was fading fast. Then I found Crystal2020X and it turned my life around. My vision got better and better, to the point that I can proudly say I see almost as clearly as I did in my 20s. I transitioned from near blindness to living without glasses. It's nothing short of a miracle." Anna D shares her story. "Before Crystal2020X, my life was a blur, literally. I'd always lose or accidentally break my glasses, and to be honest, I wasn't a fan of how they made me look. Then I discovered Crystal2020X. After just a short time using this breakthrough vision supplement, I noticed a significant change. I was doing my grocery shopping, and for the first time in years, I didn't need to squint or bring my glasses. I'm so grateful for this presentation. I've been telling everyone close to me about it." Then there's Bobby S, who says, "My eyesight was deteriorating at an alarming speed, glaucoma to be exact. Luckily, my doctor had heard of Crystal2020X. He advised me to take it daily. This was my eyesight at stake, so I followed his advice religiously. Now I can confidently say that my vision is fully restored. I can walk around without glasses, no squinting, no difficulties. Thank you from the bottom of my heart." The stories you've just heard are only a few of the countless messages of appreciation we receive every day. Do note, this plant-derived vision-boosting phenomenon is exclusively available through this website. With our Crystal2020X supplies ready to ship, and as long as I can keep this message live, let's cut to the chase. There's a high-stakes showdown on the horizon. Big eye care corporations, they've got grand schemes of banking trillions. You heard that right, trillions of dollars, off folks like you and me as we stride into our prime years. They see Crystal2020X as a massive curveball, a threat that could topple their champagne wishes and caviar dreams, greedy pockets, their yacht parties, their beachside penthouses. They might even need to trade in their lab coats for a job fair badge. Battling these bigwigs is like boxing with shadows. That's why if you're here right now and we've got Crystal2020X on hand, it's time to pull the trigger. And you should know that this groundbreaking formula is available only on this website and nowhere else. Integrating Crystal2020X into your life could be your golden ticket to eagle-eye vision, vitality, and a solid health scorecard for the long run. Imagine this: waking up each day knowing you're set to crush it without burning cash on expensive glasses prescriptions or battling with stubborn contact lenses. Each day you pop your Crystal2020X capsule is a step away from the dread of dimming vision and the drag of endless doctor appointments. You can regain your 20/20 vision and live a life full of vibrant and memorable experiences, your kids and grandkids, all without any visual roadblocks. Seeing the impact Crystal2020X has on transforming lives, it's no surprise that my board members are strongly advocating a price tag of $349 for each bottle. And honestly, given the effort and expenses involved in securing these specialized ingredients, that's not an unfair ask. But here's the deal. This journey for me is not about banking profits. It's about making a difference. And because of that, I want to make Crystal2020X available to you without the steep price of $349 or even $249. So if you choose to step forward right now and embrace the revolution that is Crystal2020X, you can secure your bottle for a simple $69. But you have to know, research tells us that the longer you take Crystal2020X, the better your result would get. It's only a way up when it comes to this formula. Now, given the trend we've seen of people ordering multiple bottles of Crystal2020X to share the benefits with their loved ones, we've decided to roll out a discount deal that rewards bulk orders. So, when you purchase a 6-bottle package of Crystal2020X, you can secure it for as low as $49 per bottle. Hit the button and select the 6-bottle package or any other package of your choice below to secure your supply. But there's more. When you choose the 3 or 6-bottle bundle, you're also getting free shipping, saving you an extra $19.99. Plus, free access to a couple of top-rated bonus ebooks. First one, Clear Horizon, Adapting to a Life with 20/20 Vision, which will help you make the most of your new crystal clear vision and show you dozens of helpful advice for now on. The second one is called the Eye Yoga Blueprint, simple exercises for rested eyes and calm mind, which will teach you some extremely interesting and simple exercises that are proven to improve eye strain, focus, and the connection between the ocular system and brain. But remember, both the free shipping and these bonuses are only available here and now once you secure your 6-bottle or 3-bottle package. We're also backing your order with a 60-day, 100% money-back guarantee. Here's why this matters. Every day, I receive messages from individuals across the country who like taking Crystal2020X to have revived the dormant cells in their eyes, regaining their visual acuity, ensuring high energy levels, and monitoring their overall health around the clock. Every day I receive messages from individuals across the country who, by using Crystal2020X, have successfully revived the dormant cells in their eyes. They report not only restored visual acuity, but also increased energy levels and an improved capacity to monitor their overall health continuously. I am absolutely confident that you'll soon be fascinated by looking at the twinkling stars on a clear night, or swiftly navigating through the small text on your smartphone apps with Crystal2020X, enhancing your vision like never before. That's why I am willing to back up my confidence in Crystal2020X with something more concrete than words. I want to present you with an opportunity to test drive Crystal2020X for a 2-month period, completely risk-free. Here's how it works. Hit that button and select any of the packages below to place your order and secure your supply of Crystal2020X right now. Once your order arrives at your doorstep in a few business days, I urge you to open your package as soon as possible, grab the first bottle, and add Crystal2020X into your daily routine. I firmly believe that you will notice a difference almost immediately. After experiencing the benefits of Crystal2020X for a couple of months, I bet you wouldn't want to imagine a day without this one-of-a-kind formula. However, if by some chance you are not absolutely thrilled with your Crystal2020X experience, then you are not on the hook for any cost. Just reach out to our customer support team via phone or email and we'll quickly refund your purchase. No questions asked. Every single penny will be returned to you, and you don't even have to return the bottles. Consider them a token of appreciation from me for giving Crystal2020X a try. The reason I can offer such a daring guarantee is because I am convinced that you will be astounded by how Crystal2020X improves your vision clarity. It's comforting to know, isn't it? You have absolutely nothing to lose. You've seen the scientific data, you've browsed through the studies, and you've listened to stories from everyday folks whose vision has been restored thanks to Crystal2020X. Yet you still have a full 60 days to decide if Crystal2020X is the right fit for you. So take that step. Hit the button below right now and select your Crystal2020X package, as long as the stock lasts. This presentation is coming to an end and the ball is in your court. You can choose to disregard everything you've seen today, including the remarkable studies that prove the ingredients in Crystal2020X can bolster your vision right away, priming your eyes for perfect 20/20 vision. Many people report impressive results from the very first months. At this moment, you stand on the brink of joining thousands of folks just like you who've already embraced Crystal2020X, people who are pushing back against the relentless tide of expensive glasses, uncomfortable contacts, and permanently losing vision. These folks have refused to surrender to the visual challenges that typically pile up as we cruise into our 50s and 60s. They're choosing to age differently, to keep their vision sharp and their days vibrant. Now it's your shot. But to get in on this, you have to step up right now. You have two options ahead of you. Option 1, you make a move, grab Crystal2020X, and take control of your precious vision. Option 2, you click away from this page, go about your day, and nothing changes. If you choose option 2, no hard feelings. I genuinely wish you well. But think forward a few months, or even a few years. Picture this. It's late in the evening. You're cozying up in your favorite chair, trying to enjoy a crossword puzzle after a long day. But you can't seem to make out the small print anymore, even with your glasses on. That's when it hits you. The dread of losing your eyesight starts to creep in. Wouldn't you look back to this very moment when you could have snagged your personal supply of Crystal2020X while it was still in stock and at a great price? Won't you feel a twinge of regret that you didn't take the leap and try this risk-free opportunity today? If there's even a hint of a maybe, I strongly suggest you make the move and say yes to Crystal2020X right now. Get your journey underway by hitting the button, picking one of the packages listed below this video, and securing your supply of this revolutionary product while it's still up for grabs and I still have bottles ready to ship. Remember, your order today comes with a rock-solid 60-day, 100% money-back guarantee. You've got absolutely nothing to lose and a whole new vision-filled life to gain. The ball is in your court, but I believe you'll make the right move by clicking on one of the packages you see below this video right now and placing your order. I really appreciate the time you've spent with me today, and I can't wait to hear about your success with Crystal2020X. Take care and God bless. Still here? No worries, let's recap and answer the most frequently asked questions. 1. How can I be sure that my eye's cells are dormant, and how do they impact my vision health? As the 2023 breakthrough study in Montreal revealed, and confirmed by plenty of independent institutions such as Oxford and Cambridge, now it's a certainty that human eye cells live in a dormant state and don't actually die off, which leads to vision deterioration. So it's not that these cells are dying or becoming dysfunctional, they're simply in a kind of sleep mode. The reason why this dormancy affects your vision health is because these are the very cells that allow us to see clearly. When they're inactive, your vision can start to blur or deteriorate. It's like having a super powerful computer that's always in sleep mode. It's not broken, but if it's not awake, it can't do its job. Plenty of other independent institutions further confirmed this state of dormancy in our eye cells. Their research showed that if awakened, these dormant cells can revive, so you can regain your 20/20 vision. So it's not a matter of if your eye cells are dormant, it's more about how much. And the good news is, this dormancy isn't a life sentence for your vision. These cells can be awakened and revitalized, leading to improved eyesight and overall eye health. 2. What is Crystal2020X and how does it work? Crystal2020X is a breakthrough vision formula that was crafted out of personal necessity and backed by cutting-edge science. It's more than just an everyday solution. It's a tool for empowerment in the face of common vision challenges many of us face daily. Here's the thing. The secret of Crystal2020X lies in its one-of-a-kind formulation. It's not packed with generic eye health nutrients that you can find on any pharmacy shelf. Instead, it contains a special blend of potent ingredients sourced from all around the globe. These are the compounds shown in multiple studies to wake up the dormant cells in your eyes, setting the stage for improved vision. Imagine it this way. When you take Crystal2020X, it's like sending a friendly nudge to your eyes. The nutrients get into your bloodstream and find their way to your eyes, gently stirring those sleeping cells back to action. 3. What else should I know about Crystal2020X? Crystal2020X is proudly produced right here in the United States, in a facility that strictly adheres to all good manufacturing practice guidelines. The facility is FDA registered, showcasing our commitment to maintaining the highest standards of production. Beyond this, we go an extra mile for transparency and trust by having Crystal2020X independently verified by a third-party lab. This ensures that what we claim on our labels is truly what you receive in each bottle. Absolutely no unnecessary fillers, preservatives, or synthetic ingredients are used, making Crystal2020X not only exceptionally pure, but also incredibly effective. 4. For how long will Crystal2020X be available? Determining the availability of Crystal2020X can be quite tricky. My mission is to bring this revolutionary formula to as many folks in America as I can. Considering the skyrocketing prices of glasses and contact lenses, I am driven to make Crystal2020X accessible to every American for just a few cents per day. However, I must be realistic. There are influential individuals out there that aren't happy about the disruption Crystal2020X is causing in the vision care industry. I'm aware they would love nothing more than to silence me and take down this website. Adding to the complexity, the production of each Crystal2020X batch is a detailed process that can take up to 3 months, which further limits its availability. For these reasons, I can't guarantee that this site will always be live or that we'll consistently have Crystal2020X in stock. Therefore, if you're ready to unlock the remarkable benefits of Crystal2020X, it's crucial that you act today by securing your own supply. 5. Can you tell me again about the guarantee? When you select one of the options at the bottom of this page and secure your supply of Crystal2020X today, you're protected by a full 60-day, 100% money-back guarantee. This implies that, for any reason at all, if you decide Crystal2020X isn't for you within the next 2 months, simply contact our customer service team. We'll ensure your entire investment in Crystal2020X is refunded promptly and without any hassle. So, you're in a win-win situation with absolutely no risk on your part. 6. Okay, I'm ready to get my vision back. How do I order Crystal2020X? It's a breeze. Just hit the button you see beneath this video and choose one of the package options to submit your order. Our 6-bottle package has been a crowd pleaser because of all the extra savings it offers. No matter which package you opt for, as soon as you place your order, we'll start expediting your Crystal2020X to you. Then, once you've received your order within a few days, simply begin taking this groundbreaking plant-based vision restoration capsule daily. I have every confidence you'll be astounded by the profound changes you notice, both in how you see and feel. And remember, this all comes with a full 60-day, 100% money-back guarantee. So take the leap and submit your order now. Experience the transformative power of Crystal2020X firsthand and promptly. We're eagerly waiting to hear about your outcomes. And once again, thanks for tuning in.